Here are today's top stories from the Pna Headlines. Philippine Ambassador to the United States, Jose Manuel Romualdez, will represent the country during U.S. President Donald Trump's inauguration on behalf of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Presidential Communications Office Secretary Cesar Chavez confirmed that the U.S. Secretary of State invited the chiefs of diplomatic missions to represent their respective countries at Trump's inauguration on January 20. On the other hand, Chavez said there was no confirmation yet whether Marcos would visit the U.S. to meet with Trump early this year. Trump, who served as U.S. President from 2017 to 2021, is returning to the White House after defeating outgoing U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris in the 2024 elections. Marcos congratulated Trump on his victory in a phone call in November as they discussed the long-standing alliance between the U.S. and the Philippines. In an earlier statement, he said he's looking forward to working with Trump to further strengthen ties and promote peace, stability, and prosperity across the Indo-Pacific region. The Philippine National Police reports no major untoward incidents as the Philippines welcomed a generally and relatively peaceful 2025. PNP spokesperson Brigadier General Jean Fajardo said they have not received reports of any untoward incident. On the other hand, the PNP recorded 1,360 cases of illegal possession, use, and sale of firecrackers. There were also 297 firecrackers-related injuries and 1 firecracker-related death. The police also recorded 27 cases of indiscriminate firing that resulted in 5 injuries as well as 6 injuries caused by stray bullets. Some 21 persons were also apprehended, including a cop in Calabar Zone and an officer of the Bureau of Corrections in Zamboanga Peninsula, while 17 firearms were confiscated. Fajardo said the PNP will continue implementing security measures. Meanwhile, the Bureau of Fire Protection reported fewer fire incidents in Metro Manila during the new year compared to last year. In a radio interview, BFP spokesperson Fire Senior Superintendent Annalie Carbajal Atienza said the headquarters have noted only 1 fire incident, while there were 9 unofficial reports of fire incidents from 12:17 a.m. to 5:21 a.m. The BFP has yet to determine the causes of these fires. Government workers may now receive 7,000 pesos medical allowance as the Department of Budget and Management approves the guidelines for their release this 2025. Budget Secretary Amenah Pangandaman approved Budget Circular Number 6 Series of 2024, which will help qualified government personnel avail of health maintenance organization benefits. The allowance may be granted in the form of HMO-type product coverage or cash. The circular was signed in line with Executive Order 64 Series of 2024, signed by President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., which prescribed also the salary increase for government personnel. Pangandaman said the granting of medical allowance is a promise fulfilled for Filipinos in need of investing for health care. The budget chief thanked the president for putting a premium on the health of state workers. The Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development vows to deliver more housing units to beneficiaries of the 4PH or Pambansang Pabahay para sa Pilipino program this year. DHSUD Secretary Jose Rizalino Acuzar said the agency will continue turning over 4PH units in the next few weeks. More than 1,000 applications under the 4PH are now being processed by the Pag-ibig Fund in at least 4 project sites in Palayan City, Nueva Ecija, Bacolod City, Negros Occidental, and Bukawi, Bulacan. Meanwhile, the Social Housing Finance Corporation has projects in the Crystal Peak Estates in the city of San Fernando in Pampanga and the People's Ville in Davao City, which are in the final phases of completion. The 4PH has 56 ongoing projects in various parts of the country. Acuzar said it took 2 years for these 4PH projects to be realized due to the shift to vertical housing or the condominium type development and delays in the documentary requirements on the part of private partners. He said that through 4PH, ordinary citizens can now experience condominium-type housing. In other news, the National Capital Region Police Office is deploying more than 14,000 officers to secure the Feast of the Black Nazarene in Quiapo, Manila on January 9. In a statement, NCRPO Acting Director Brigadier General Anthony Aberin said the deployment includes over 12,000 officers for area and route security and about 2,300 as augmentation. The NCRPO previously deployed nearly 11,000 officers to maintain peace and order in Metro Manila for the PNP Ligtas Paskuhan initiative. Aberin said they will implement a slightly modified strategy involving intensified police visibility, community involvement, and the conduct of aggressive and relentless anti-crime operations. The route of the annual Black Nazarene procession or Traslacion on January 9 will remain the same. Meanwhile, the Quiapo Church started this afternoon the blessing of the Black Nazarene replicas and estandarte or banner. The blessing was held at the footbridge near the minor basilica of the Black Nazarene along Quezon Boulevard. Papal Nuncio to the Philippines Archbishop Charles Brown officiated the Novena Mass at the minor basilica at 12:15 p.m. The replicas will have their own procession days before the Traslacion. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The Pna Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under Pna News. I'm Wilnard Bacelonia. This is the Pna Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.